Hi everybody, welcome to Designing Gals. I am Doreen from Door Design, along with Melissa from Burlap Boutique, Lori from Hardworking Mom, and Katie from Crazy Maisie Creations, where every Thursday we bring you 3 to 4 hours of different designs, products, and different things that we enjoy making, and we hope that you guys will enjoy watching. If you haven't checked out our pages, please do so. We would love to have you follow us, and I'll post the links and the names in the description after I post this video. I know several of you have asked for the complete name of both of our Facebook pages and our YouTube channels, so I will be more than happy to put all those in the post. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. I am going to be doing a grapevine, and for those of you who follow me know that I really enjoy designing on grapevines. So since today's April 1st, April Fool's Day, happy April to everybody. It goes by way too fast. We're going to do a theme along April showers. So we're actually going to be attaching this rustic looking watering can, and it's going to kind of be the focal point of our design. And what it's going to be is actually going to be at kind of here at the top, and our flowers and ribbons and bows are going to come down at this angle, because we want it to make it look like it's actually the watering cans watering our April flowers, or our April showers to bring our May flowers. So what we're going to do is, for the greenery, I'm going to keep it pretty light. I'm going to be using this fern that's got, this fern that's got all different colors of kind of a lighter green, a white, and the green, because I want this to kind of look like it's almost like it's wildflowers. So everything's going to be light and airy. And so for the flowers, we're going to be using one of my favorite, and that's daisies. And then we're going to be adding a little bit of some of these little, I guess, little berries. And see how it's got the yellow and the orange that brings out the yellow and the orange in the daisies. And then I'm going to be using, we're actually going to be bringing in some pinks. And I want you to notice on the pinks how it has different colors of kind of yellow coming at the end of the petals with the yellow in the middle. And then for those of you who follow me know that I love lavender. So we're going to be throwing in a little bit of lavender with some purple. And then if I need another color, to kind of give it a little bit brighter, we may add in a little bit of this blue to kind of bring all the different colors out. So we're not going to use all these flowers, but we're going to cut some off of each one. And then of course, I always put in a couple of twigs. So I've got several of these branches, and this twig actually has some little white flowers. So we're going to be using this one. The ribbon I'm going to be using is ribbon that really, if you looked at it, you probably wouldn't think they would go together, but I just kind of want to talk just for a minute. When I'm designing, and this is a question I get all the time, how do I pick out my ribbons? Sometimes I try to pick them out to where they coordinate. Other times I pick them out just because I want to bring out different pops of color in my design, and that's what I'm doing today. So I've got the blue and the green, because I've got the green and the fern, the blue and the flower. We've got yellow and white, and then we've got orange because of the daisy and stuff on it, I think really makes it pop. And if I actually had some orange flowers that were a little bit smaller, I would put them in the design, but the only orange flowers I have are way too big for this design, but I still want to bring this in because I just think it's so cute with the daisies on it. So first off, we are going to attach the watering can. So I'm actually going to pull you a little closer so you can kind of see the wreath a little better. So we're going to be attaching the water can, and I'm going to be using a zip tie, and we're just going to zip tie it here at the top. And I'm just going to take it underneath a couple of the grapevine twigs here. And there's my handle. Oops. I'm going to zip tie that down. And I'm pushing the end of the zip tie down so it doesn't stick out. And then we'll probably have to zip tie it there at the bottom, but I'm going to wait just a little bit till I get my flower designs in. I could zip tie it at the front if I need to, but I think I'm gonna wait until I get everything done and see if I need to have it stable anywhere else, because it's not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna do the bow next, and I'm gonna do the bow, and we're gonna put it right about here, and we're gonna leave it nice and open so our flowers can start trailing on down, because all of our flowers are gonna be going down the wreath. So we're gonna start with the blue. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of measure how long I want the tail to be. And then I'll probably do 6-inch loops. So that means I'm gonna measure out 12 inches. Oops. And I'm just gonna gather it together. And then I'm gonna bring it down another 12 and bring it back to the back. Okay, I'm gonna do the orange and the daisy next, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna do, let me cut the end off real quick. I'm just gonna do 2 loops, and each loop will be, this loop I'll probably do about 5.5 inches. We're just gonna lay that on top. Gather that in the middle. Measure out about 12 inches and bring the loop back behind. We're going to cut that bottom off. And then I'm gonna do the yellow last, and I'm gonna do those loops a little smaller. And the reason I like to do them smaller is because it starts to look like your bow is stacked a little bit, and you can see all the different colors in your ribbons. I'm gonna pinch it, do about 10 inches. So all I did were 2 loops, a loop on each side of the blue, 1 loop on each side of the orange, and 1 loop on each side of the yellow. A very simple but easy bow to make. And we're gonna put that up here kind of high. Putting my bow down just for a second so I can get this to feed through, because I don't need it to go all the way to the back. And just pull that tight. And we'll rearrange, and we might make our tails a little shorter once we start getting everything in there. Okay, let's start adding our greenery. And we're actually going to be putting some of our florals in between the ribbons and stuff. So it actually makes our ribbon and our bow to become part of the actual flower garden. I'm just moving my ribbons out of the way here. With this stem, I won't have to use my floral pick because the ends of it are strong enough that I can just hot glue it and stick it right into the base. And then I've got my basket of moss if I need to secure them at all. So let's start adding. And you'll notice when I'm doing some of these, some of them I'm kind of putting in an angle, others I'm putting in almost straight forward because I want this to be three-dimensional and I don't want my flowers or my greenery to be laying down flat. And make sure when you're doing it, you're moving all of your greenery around so it's not laying flat when you're adding it to your design. What's nice about greenery too, when you're buying it, try to find the greenery that you can move your pieces up and down because you can make it smaller or fuller, however your design is. Okay, see how I just put the greenery all around the ribbon and some of it's actually going down in between the ribbons to kind of make the fern be part of the actual bow. Now we're going to start adding the fun stuff, the flowers. And like I said, I want this to be very whimsical. So I'm going to kind of have them hanging out to where it's almost like you could envision them blowing in the wind. And designs like this are fun because you can't mess them up. You just start putting them in because when you look at flowers in a flower garden, they just kind of grow their own way and do their own thing and they're all beautiful. The other thing with designs like this, you can add as much flowers as you want or greenery for your liking. Like when I get done with these daisies, we could very easily stop and not add anything else, but we are. But I always like to show you different stages of a design for those of you who are actually designers and watching. Get a few of those glue sticks up. Okay, look how cute that looks with just the daisies. I mean, you could stop here and put this on your door or wherever and have a really cute, cute design. So if you're new and you don't want to invest a lot in your product and stuff, this is kind of the way to go. The other thing, had I thought about it, when I was doing this design, I would have had Melissa, Lori, or Katie make me a little sign or something that I could have put April showers bring May flowers, which I think would really have made it cute, but I didn't think about this soon enough. Okay, so now I'm just going to start adding some of the little yellow berries here. And we're not going to need a lot. I actually might move my milk can up a little higher now that I see the flowers going in. I think I want it coming down more at an angle. But I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the design, and then we'll see if we want to move the milk can. On this flower, I don't really like these leaves, so I'm actually going to take the leaves off and just use the bloom of it. So all I'm doing is just taking the pink, or kind of a salmon color, and just adding them in. Okay, there it is with that pinkish kind of a salmon with a yellow center. So I'm still kind of carrying my theme through with the different colors of the yellows and orange. But I have to have some lavender. One of my favorite stores to shop at, I'm sure if you follow me for a while, know it's Randolph Mercantile. It's a local store here in town. And she has the prettiest florals, and I actually get a lot of my florals from there. But her lavender is the best. Now, when I cut that lavender apart, the top part of it has the little purple flowers, but see how pretty the stems are? Make sure that you use those in your design and just not throw them away because they make great fillers. I had to get a little more lavender. And I want you to notice, see how at the top part, how the bow and the ribbons, you see them, but they're actually now kind of more softer because the flowers are kind of growing over them. So it makes your design pop without just seeing a bow stuck right here on your wreath design. I'm just curling these up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move my watering can up. I think it's too low. I just want to see what it's going to look like. I've got it on there so tight. Okay, before I add this on, see how pretty this is? If you ever want to take your watering can off, you can just use your wreath just like this without the watering can. But I think I want it to come up just a little bit higher. I was deciding if I wanted to put anything coming out of the water can, but I don't think I do. And I don't really think I want to bring my flowers up any higher because I think it's going to kind of make it too much for the watering can. I think my floral design is going to explode, and then we're going to have this can's going to be way too small. So I think we're going to kind of leave it like that. I do like the moss coming down, but I'm thinking I want to add just one or two of the blue flowers. So we're just going to kind of see what that looks like. I think I want a little bit of the dark blue with the with that ribbon. I'm putting the blue further behind because since it is a much darker color, I just kind of wanted to accent the white and the yellows underneath and not be a main focal point in the design. I'm thinking as I'm going, I want something up here, just something little. So I might do a little bow, just a little two looper, and just see what we get. I'm trying to see what color flower I want to add in the middle. I think I want to go with the daisy. That it kind of ties it together. I just want to add one or two like little branches coming out. Okay, now I like it better. I'm just going to fix our ribbons a little bit. Okay, guys, what do you think? Kind of an April showers, bring May's flowers design. It's on a 16-inch round grapevine, one old rustic, it's not really old, it's just looks old, metal watering can. And then I put the bow on first, and then I put the greenery behind it, which were the ferns. I used less than a bush there. And then I did the bow, and you can see now with the bow, you don't really see the bow, you just see the accents of the bow in between the florals. And then I used daisies and the lavender. I used a few little berries. Still getting all those glue strings off. And then I just attached the watering can at the top with one pipe cleaner. And if you wanted to, you could put a second one here, but I don't think you need to. It's not going anywhere. And then I just put some little vines or some little twigs at the very end of it. So I think it just kind of looks like a wildflower garden with all different colors and florals. And if I could find my little butterflies, but they're packed because I'm still rearranging the craft room and finishing up, you could really put like a little butterfly on here. You could put a little bee on here. You could put a little ladybug like they're in the flower garden. I do have some butterflies, but I think the ones I can see are going to be too big. It really makes me want this weather to continue to warm up so we can get out in our yard. I'm in Missouri, and it's kind of right now we're up and down with the weather. Like today's in the 40s, and by Saturday or Sunday, I think it's supposed to be in the high 70s. So you could put a butterfly in here. You could put a butterfly in your watering can, which actually is really cute. So you could put a butterfly anywhere. I kind of like it on the watering can, like he's landed on the watering can. Let's do that. Let's make it like he's just landed. We'll let that glue. I want to make them to where they look like they've just landed in the flower garden. Oh, that looks really cute. I knew I was going to do that. Okay, I can't touch that now until it dries for a while. But anyway, we added the butterfly and then the yellow butterfly at the bottom. So that's the design. I hope you guys enjoy it. It is going to be in my shop, or it's probably in my shop by the time this video posts. Make a great Mother's Day gift or just kind of kicking off spring. But I did want to show you, I'm going to scoot you back just a little bit. Sorry for the movement. I did want to show you because I always like to leave with some teasers of what I'm going to do next week. And I've got some designs coming up that I'm really excited about. But I'm going to be doing some garden themes. And I got to show you these little garden people I got. Okay, how cute is he going to be in a wreath with some little garden tools and things around him? And he's got a little thing it's still wrapped, but it's got a little seed package, or it looks like a seed package. But he's a little vegetable, and I guess he's like a red onion. Somebody told me they thought he was a radish, but I think he looks like a red onion. And then the other one I got that I'm really excited for too, look at this carrot man. I think he's absolutely adorable. He's got a little seed pack. I think his says lettuce, but I cannot wait to design with these two. I've got all different kinds of vegetables, and then I've got some tomato vines that honestly, they look like real cherry tomatoes. Let me grab one real quick. Look how real these tomato vines look. So I'm going to be putting these in the design with my vegetable man here, my little carrot man, and then my ribbon. How cute is that? It's all vegetables going around. So I am really excited to do my little vegetable, my garden people. So that's coming up real soon. And then for those of you that saw my video last week with the topiary with the red, white, and blue wreath, I am going to do a video on the red, white, and blue wreath. I got to make sure I have enough roses and then the felt to show you how to make the roses. I know a lot of you have asked me how many roses it takes. I don't know yet. I'll count them all. But to be honest, it's really going to depend on how big or how small you make your roses, but we can discuss that. The other thing is on the topiary, several of you asked how big the ball was that I used, the styrofoam ball. It was 7 inches, and I got it at Hobby Lobby. And I know it doesn't look like the ball is very big compared to the finished product, but once you start adding all of your mesh and whatever little picks and stuff you want, it's going to be at least double this, if not bigger, depending on how long you cut your mesh. So anyway, I use 7 inches, but you can use bigger, you can use smaller. It's just that's the size that I used on that one. Also, the bee video from my kit will be posted probably tomorrow. I've got that done. I've got to get that posted. And then I think that's all I have, guys. I've got some watermelon designs coming up. as I just got these in too, I'm really excited. I got these from the Wreath shop, and I'm really excited to design with these. I've got some little ants and stuff that are going to go in the watermelon design. So I got a lot of stuff coming up. I got to get myself busy and get these designs made and posted. So if you have any questions, please send me a note. I love going back and answering questions. I think I'm caught up on most of the comments from the last week or two on the videos. Once again, I'm Doreen from Door Designs, along with Melissa at Burlap Boutique, Katie from Crazy Maisie Creations, and Lori from Hardworking Mom. We would love, if you're not following us, to go out and hit those 3 buttons to follow us. That way you're notified when we go live, when we do videos and things, and we sure enjoy doing this. So everybody have a great April Fool's Day, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.